everyone, it's Tracy from Temperance Tarot, and this is my tarot/oracle shelf video response to Simon of Hermit's Cave. And I thought I would start by showing you my space. I'm standing in the doorway. I'm going to back out a little bit, so I'm standing in the doorway. This is my tarot room, my reading room. And as you come in the doorway, try real hard not to make you sick. You start, see there's the door on the right. I've got some decks. I've got an extra lamp out right now just for light for making videos and stuff. And I have this cabinet. Oh, look at all those cords. This cabinet or shelves, that's all full of decks. Over here I've got some scrapbooking stuff, some journaling stuff. Then we come to this cabinet, which is an old TV cabinet that is full of decks. Let's see. And I'll be showing you all of these decks in the course of this video. Okay. Now we slowly swing back around. This is my table. If you've heard some creaking and groaning in my most recent videos, it's because I've been filming on this table. It's pretty much as old as me, and I love it. And you can see this is my reading space and my crystals and candles and more crystals and candles and etc., etc., etc. Then I've got this little rolling cart that has the decks that I'm currently working with and the ones I'm hoping to work with soon. And as I use the decks, I pull them off the top shelf. As I decide that I'm finished with them, I put them in the middle shelf so that I don't forget what I've used throughout the month when it comes time for my wrap-up, and my journals are on the bottom. Then we have David Tennant's Doctor Who. My witchy stuff is in the basket. I've got a whole shelf full there of companion books for different tarot decks. There's some decks in some of those boxes on the middle shelf, and then there are books on the bottom. The big blue bin, that's my bin of decks that I am going to part with, but I have not exactly figured out a place to put that bin, so it just kind of sits on the floor. All right, now we're coming around. That's the closet. Really interesting here. And then here's another old TV cabinet. Ooh, just backed into something. This is another old TV cabinet that has decks. You can see decks. More companion books, tarot books. There are more books behind that temperance plaque. And then down at the bottom, there's some more storage down there. And then I have a little bit more storage here and some more decks. And we come back around to the door, and there you go. So that's a little tour of the room. Now let's start looking at the decks. I think I'm going to start with the decks that are in my big blue bin. These are the decks that are available for trade or sale, so just let me know if you're interested. We have the Fairy Guidance Oracle by Paulina Cassidy, the Tarot of the She, and I believe that I have, yes, I've edged this one in black, but it's barely used. The Journey Oracle, but this one's damaged, so I'm not going to sell or trade this one, but I would give it to someone if they were getting some other decks. The Napo Tarot. This deck from Il Meneghello, it's their own Marseille deck. It's not a particular historical reproduction. It's kind of glossy, has this on the back. I don't know if you can tell, that sort of a greenish color. It's a rather nice Marseille deck, but I've got enough of them, so this one is up for grabs. The Celtic Messages Oracle. This is out of print. The Golden Tarot by Liz Dean. This is another one I'd throw in for free if you were buying something else. I do believe, yes, I have edged these in a bronze color. The 78 Tarot Carnival. I have this out of print Minchiati deck. I bought it used and didn't realize when I bought it that whoever had it before had written on a few of the cards. I think they put numbers on them. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, like that. You see that little Roman numeral in the bottom? Someone put the Roman numerals on there. And put them on the bottom so that you can tell, you know, because from the back you can tell reversals. So you can tell which way is up. Other than that, it's a good deck. And, you know, it still has the book and everything. So I'd let that one go for cheap. Of course, I overpaid for it because I didn't know it had actually been written on. The 1910 Rider Tarot Revived. These are the backs. These are the fronts. You can see they're really bad reproductions. This is another one that if you bought another deck, I'd give this one to you for free. You can tell it's got slightly linen finish. The cardstock's not horrible, but the transfer, the images just aren't great. We've got the Thoth Tarot. This is a little mini in a box with a book. It's got this book with it and these little mini cards. Those are the backs. The Tarot Apocalypse set. It's got a little bit of damage right here, but other than that, it's pristine. The Agni Rorich Tarot. The Lost Tarot of Nostradamus. This numerology set of cards and a book. This Tarot Wisdom book and card pack. The deck that's in it is a Marseille. A lovely out-of-print deck, the Celtic Wisdom Tarot. And last out of the box, this is a vintage inner child card set, which has the old cardstock, which is thicker, and it's still sticky and glossy, but it's thicker cardstock. So if you're interested in any of these decks, just give me a shout out. As I'm going through some other decks, I may mention a few others that are available for sale or trade, so feel free to reach out. We can see up on top of the little witchamadoodle, we have the Tattoo Tarot, the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot, my Sacred Creators Oracle. Here is my Saki Saki Tarot, and this is my Victorian Tarot in the box made for me by Bunny Kisses. I wish I could afford to have her make boxes for all of my decks. This is a really cute deck of playing cards. It's called the Pitmen playing cards, and it has little icons on them, and they're doing stuff on them. It's really it's fun for reading with, actually. Here are some of the Pitmen playing cards. So you can see there's the 10 of Hearts, 7 of Diamonds. It actually has an upright and a reverse. Isn't that reminiscent of the 7 of Pentacles? 7 of Spades, Jack of Hearts, 5 of Spades, 2 of Diamonds. This is the King of Hearts. Really cute little playing card deck. I really, really like it. Okay, here's the 10 of Spades. I got it upside down. Hard to tell sometimes. The 4 of Diamonds. I love this. The Queen of Clubs. One way she is a violinist, and the other way she is a disc jockey. 3 of Clubs. So you get the idea. If you want to see the whole deck, let me know. All right. We have the Stretch Tarot. Hopefully we'll be able to put this thing down for part of this. This is the Artist's Inner Vision Tarot. Let's see. There's just no place for me to put this. That's the White Rabbit Oracle. And behind it I have, this is my Bitty Bogo Mini Bohemian Gothic. That's just some empty boxes and such. Oh, and that is a really, really bad tarot deck that I bought off of Etsy. The box is falling apart. I ought to put it in something else. That I was thinking about doing something else with, but I haven't decided yet, so we'll see. Up at the top, I've got my Smith-Waite Centennial in a tin, and in this bag is my Color Mage Oracle. Now I'll start pulling drawers out of the cabinet that was just to the right of my entry door, and we'll see what's in each one of them. World Spirit Tarot, Dame Darcy Mermaid Tarot. This is the deluxe, the most recent edition. I've had all 3 editions, but this is my favorite and the one I have kept. The Vagabond Wild Tarot. Nice deck. The Fenestra Tarot. The Tarot of A.E. Waite. One of my Ellis decks. This is, I think, the 4th edition. This is what's this one? It's got white borders. It's on paper, but it's on really good paper. And it has the llama backs, the reversible llama backs. Delos Tarot, 1st and 2nd editions. And my full-size Morgan Greer. That's drawer number 1. Drawer number 2. My beloved Sasarabito. The Seeds of Shakti Oracle, which I love this deck. I've never actually used it. I need to pull it out. Tarot Everywhere. Pagan Otherworlds. This is my Tabula Mundi Tarot by M.M. Moline. Those are the backs. That deck. Black Moon Astrology cards. The Tao Oracle. The Dewas of Creation. Alice the Wonderland. Goddess Oracle. And the Shamanic Medicine Oracle cards. That is the end of drawer number 2. Drawer number 3. Tarot of Prague. Spirit Within Tarot. Tarot Fauna. Gil Tarot. The Bad Bitches Tarot. Hesychos Tarot. And the John Bauer Tarot. Drawer number 4. Let's see, in here I have, oh yes, this is my Greenwood Tarot that was self-printed. I actually got it in a trade from Laurie. So, yep, Greenwood Tarot. Dreams of Gaia. Chaparidze. Wanderer's Tarot. Ancestral Path Tarot. Voyager Tarot. An original Rider-Waite Tarot pack. And then in this box, I have my giant Ellis deck. This big one that's made out of plastic cardstock. Plastic cardstock with the, it has a different bag. Let's see. Yeah, this one has the dual cat's back, and it is borderless and very, very big. Drawer number 5. Ugh. Animal Wisdom Tarot. Spirit Song Tarot. This is the Everyday Enchantment Oracle. I think I have the second edition, maybe the third edition. I don't know. There's been a new edition since this one because they've changed the colors of the backs. I think they may have added a few new cards too. This is the Indigo Alchemist Tarot. Now, I was watching Lori's video on cardstock, and I so wish this deck was on better cardstock. I love the deck, but the cardstock is just so awful. The Buddhism reading cards. The Shaman's Oracle by John Matthews and Will Kingham. I think this one's been republished with different packaging since this edition. The Dark Goddess Tarot. The Secret Language of Animals Oracle. The Journey of Love Oracle. And the Halloween Oracle. That is drawer number 5. Drawer number 6. The Touchstone Tarot by Cat Black. The Sacred India Tarot, which I have actually never used and I need to. My Bonefire Tarot. Yeah, I traded my original away and then decided I wanted it back and got a secondhand copy that the box had seen better days. So, one of 2 Druidcraft tarot decks. This is the small version that I have not trimmed. I have the cardstock's a little thinner on this one and makes it easier to shuffle. But I have the other version with the big book as well that I have trimmed, and the cardstock on that one is a little thicker. We have the Mons Tarot, the Heart and Hands Tarot, and that is drawer 6. Drawer 7, the Spirit de la Lune Oracle, Secrets of the Mystic Grove Oracle, the I Am Power deck, the Soul Flower Plant and Spirit Oracle deck, some of my favorite artwork ever, L'Oracle des Reflets, pardon my French, Connected and Free, the Alchemist Oracle. This one's up for grabs. I traded away the Lumina Tarot that kind of is made by the same group, same outfit. And if anybody is looking for the Connected and Free, let me know. And the Awakened Soul Oracle. That is drawer number 7. And drawer number 8. We have the Victorian Romantic, the Crystal Tarot, the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle. You'll see a theme here. The Crystal Reading Cards, the Lavish Earth Crystal Oracle, the Crystals and Stones Learning Cards, the Eternal Crystals Oracle Cards. Think I have a thing for crystals? The Crystal Healing Book and Card Pack. This is the last of the crystals. The Oracle of Mystical Moments, the Lioness Oracle Tarot, and the Next World Tarot. Now we're going to go into this cabinet, which it's stuck in a corner, so I can't fit my arm and set up for the camera in the same space. So I'm going to sit you on the table again and pull out stuff and show you what's in there. We have the Everyday Tarot, the Affirmators, the Vibrational Energy Oracle cards, the Terra Nova, the Aboriginal Dreamtime Oracle, the Positive Astrology cards, the Fairy Oracle, the Blessing cards, the Work Your Light Oracle cards, the Spirit Cats, The rest of this batch I'm not going to take out of the little plastic thingy I have it in. So we have the Oracle of Shadow and Light, the Fairy Tale Oracle, the Messenger Oracle, Oracle of E, the Language of Letting Go, Crazy Sexy Love Notes. Oh, there are the Guardian Angel Tarot cards. I knew I had them, didn't know where they were. Sacred Traveler Oracle cards, Trust Your Vibes, and the Spirit Messages. And behind this container full of cards, there's another container just like it full of cards. I'll pull that one out. Got the Thoth Tarot, the Wildwood Tarot, the Osho Zen, the Baseball Tarot, this one, Baseball Tarot, the Bright Idea deck, backup copy of the Jeopardies. I have one copy that I have trimmed and another copy that is untrimmed. The Light and Shadow Tarot, the Animal Allies Oracle cards, the Vision Quest Tarot, the White Witch Tarot, the Merry Day Tarot, the Food Fortunes cards. That was just a joke. The Zen cards, the Simply Deep Tarot. That one needs to go in the to-go bucket. I need to move that to the to-go bucket. Anybody interested? Let me know. This is the Winged Spirit Tarot, the Hidden Waters Tarot, and the Circle of Life Tarot. And that is everything from shelf number 1. And now we're on to shelf number 2. The Rebel deck, a Curious Oracle. This one is also up for grabs if anybody's interested. It's too much like Lenormand for me, but the artwork is beautiful. You know, it's definitely intended to be, you know, kind of fortune telling. I have got edition number 33 out of 100. I don't think this is the first edition though. This is the 3rd edition, so yeah. So there were a few hundred before me. But I really love the artwork. These are tiny cards. I know that it's deceiving to see them this close up, but they're tiny cards. They're smaller than playing cards. But they are beautiful, and it comes with this little parchment sheet that tells you how to use it. It's just not the kind of oracle deck that I'm looking for. So if anyone's interested, my Bob Ross playing cards, Theta Wave Oracle, my Birds Oracle deck, the Symbolon. This is the Herbiary Oracle deck. Comes with a book and little pop-out cards. Love them, love them. Crystal Grid Oracle cards. I have managed to get a second, you can see this one's unopened. I got a copy of this in a goddess box and also had a copy already, so if anybody's interested, let me know. You can get a brand new copy. The Four Agreements, the Mythic Oracle, the Secret Language of Color, Chinese fortune reading cards, Goddess Inspiration Oracle, Buddha Wisdom, Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine, Mudras, Buddha Doodles. I just love saying that. Buddha doodles, Buddha doodles. This is actually 2 decks that I have put together in one box. The Magic and Light Oracle and the Earth Heart Wisdom Oracle by Sue Lyon. The Oracle Tarot. Psychic Tarot for the Heart. And Psychic Tarot. The Sacred Self-Care Rituals. Saints and Mystics. Oracle of the Shapeshifters. This is my hoi polloi. Here's my 007. And here's my 1 JJ Swiss. My Cariel Visconti. Le Vampire. Dreamtime reading cards. The Universe Has Your Back. Let's see if we can actually go into the shelf for the rest of shelf number 2. Here we go. That's on the far left is the Cariel Visconti Sforza. I've got a backup copy of the Dreams of Gaia, the Shakespeare Oracle, the Steel Wizard Tarot, the Lakota Sweat Lodge cards, the Medicine cards, the Magic of Flowers Oracle, Gypsy Fortunes, which is a Lenormand deck, the Tarot Total. The Tarot Total is a version of the RWS made by AGM maybe 10 or 15 years ago. The Celtic Tarot, the Celtic Shamans pack, the Mary Packard Tarot de Marseille, and that Tarot Discovery Kit is the Enchanted Tarot. All right, and now we are on to shelf number 3. The PMA Positive Affirmation cards. The Creepy Crawly Oracle deck. The Spirit Animal Oracle. Morgan's Tarot. And the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. Tarot of Gemstones and Crystals. This is the new edition. I also have an older edition somewhere. I imagine we'll run across it at some point. Tarot of the Cloisters. Something called Stargate, a tool for intuition that I have never used. The Wisdom of Tao. The other copy of the Crystal Grid Oracle cards. This funky little Lenormand deck. The Magical Times Empowerment cards. The Botanical Inspirations deck and book set. This is my vintage Morgan's Tarot that's missing 8 or 10 cards. Oh, here it is. This is my vintage tarot of Gemstones and Crystals. So they were in the same box. The Amethyst Oracle. And if you watch me at all, you know that I traded away my Idiosyncra deck to Katie Flowers. So if anybody's interested in the Amethyst Oracle, let me know. The Osho Transformation Tarot, which is really an oracle, that again I have never used. The Fool's Wisdom Oracle cards. The Chakra Reading cards. And the Art Oracles. And that is everything from the bottom shelf, because the stuff behind on the bottom shelf was actually books. So now we will move on. Now we'll have a quick look at my top shelf of my little rolling thingamajiggy. And these will be the decks that I am either currently working with or plan to work with next. I have the Witchlings deck and book set. The Lily White. The Lion's Gateway Tarot. Angels and Ancestors, Benabel Wynn's Spirit Keepers Tarot, and Crystals, the Stone Deck. This is the Wheel of Change Tarot. I got a secondhand copy some time ago. The box did not survive the trip, but I've got the deck in the book. And here's another deck that I haven't yet cracked into, but is on my pile to do so soon. It's the Gullah Geechee Wisdom Cards. This is a culture very specific to the low country of South Carolina, which is why I bought the deck, because I knew I was supporting people who lived in the low country of South Carolina. And let's have a little look at some of these cards. Now, this is a system. This is a specific system that repeats cards for a reason. So you'll see, if I flipped through it far enough, you'd see the same images being repeated. But there's a reason. See, there's one. There's a reason that they're repeated. There's a system to work with. So I haven't worked with it yet, but I am looking forward to working with it. Here are the backs. I don't know that you'd be able to get this deck anywhere at all. I got it at a little witchy metaphysical shop near my not near my house, actually near my work, where they had a couple of decks, and I highly suspect that those are the only two that exist. So I had serious FOMO, and I picked it up. And that is all the decks on my little rolling cart. So next we will move to the decks that are in my reading space in these little shelves. Okay, now we're going to have a look at the decks that are in this area on my reading area. And we'll start. Okay. Here in this box, I have my Golden Rider. It is French, but it's lovely. I love it. And in this box, we have my Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg. Bought this one secondhand. It came with the box. Thought that was really pretty. Back in here, I have one of my copies of Tarot of Transformation, and this is the copy that I backed in contact paper, and this is one of the reasons why I don't do this anymore. Let's see if I can get it to where you can actually see it. Do you see how the contact paper has shrunk and the edges of the back are showing? And it's a little sticky. It's not too bad. This was really expensive contact paper too, so I'm really not happy with that. And in this box, I have a version of the Thoth deck that doesn't have the borders on the backs, but it was laminated. I think it was used as a teaching tool by somebody. Again, something I purchased secondhand. Okay, in this tray, I have my Prairie Tarot, Phantasmagoric Theater, Messages from the Light meditation deck. This is my modern Rider-Waite-Smith, the one that you can buy now. Let's see. I have the Infinity Tarot. Box is a little banged. I have Strange Lands Oracle. This is the Distant Past Tarot. This is the Messenger cards. I have the Margaret Peterson Tarot. I have the Ator Tarot. And I have this strange Rider-Waite-Smith copy it came in a cheap pack, and it's just very interesting colors, and there you go. Now we're going to look at this shelf. We have the Enchanted Map, Oracle, the Archetype cards, Wisdom of the House of Night, Wisdom of the Oracle, Wisdom of Avalon, and Earth Magic Oracles. Art of Life, Legrand Circus and Sideshow Tarot, the Modern Albano Waite Tarot. If I remember correctly, this tarot deck was called the Beautiful Rebellion Tarot. That's what I think it was called. Then we have, this is the Mage the Awakening Tarot, which as far as I know you can still get that on Gradecrafter. We have the Tarot Classic, the Nicoletta Ciccoli, the Mibraming, the TV series, the Chrysalis, the Mystical, and the Tarot of the Sweet Twilight. This is the Vintage Oracle, but I think it's very probably on its way to a new home. Here I have the Pamela Coleman Smith Tarot, the Dirty Pam. I have the Fantastical Tarot by Natalie Hertz. I have my Rider Tarot Deluxe. And then in this box I have another copy of the Dirty Pam. I have an incomplete set of the University Books Rider-Waite-Smith, and a complete set as well. And then I have 6 vintage Rider-Waite-Smith tarot decks that span in publication time from the early 70s to the late 90s. This is the Moon deck. And in this box, I have a vintage Albano Waite. I have some decks in this box. Let's see what we've got in here. This is my Mythic Tarot, my vintage Mythic Tarot. This is my trimmed Marielle Tarot. This is the deck of 1,000 spreads. It lets you do spread positions if you want to come up with a spread. This is my trimmed Druidcraft Tarot. This is my trimmed Wizards Tarot. This deck is called the Secret Tarot, or sometimes the Tarot of the Renaissance. It's a vintage out of print. This is my Universal Waite. This is this deck. I cannot remember the real name of it, but the book is called Gateway to the Divine. I don't remember the name of it. This is a Sherman Castelli Tarot, I believe is what we generally call it. And this is a knockoff deck that is commonly referred to as the Tarot of Edith Waite. That the cardstock was, I like the colors, but the cardstock was so bad I did back it in contact paper, and this is the one deck that I am not sorry I backed in contact paper. And this was a box of decks that I very, very rarely reach for. Now we're going to start with this little box and then go through all the drawers in this little cabinet. All right. Here I have a vintage Major Arcana of the Albano Waite. Here is my untrimmed, unbacked, pristine copy of the Tarot of Transformation. And I have a little mini Llewellyn Visconti. And in the bottom drawer, I have my Magician Longs to See Twin Peaks Tarot, the Aquarius Tarot, and a little mini Thoth deck that came in a kit. We have an Atea Tarot that came as part of a Kickstarter with one of those tarot compendium books. Have a Fournier Tarot de Marseille. I have a Visconti deck. I think that's the Mary Packard. I have another Atea, the one that you can just get from Lo Scarabeo. I have the Ancient Italian Tarot. I have the Tarot de Maria Celia. I have this little gem. I'm not going to try to read that. This is another 70s deck that just tickles me with the artwork that just throws me straight back to my childhood. There are no titles, no numbers, just images, and it's adorable. It is a pip deck, of course. I have this deck that came recently republished in just something called Tarot Pack. It used to be called the Mystic Meg. I have the Tarot des Ozarks. I have the Solabusca. And I have this one. That's all of drawer 1. Drawer number 2, the Mystic Mondays. The New Liminal Tarot. The City Light Tarot. The Feng Shui Tarot. The Medieval Scapini Tarot. The Chinese Tarot. The China Tarot. This is the Golden Botticelli. This is the mini Universal Weight. Before they started putting them in tins, they had this little one that you could throw in your purse. The Anne Stokes Legends Tarot, which needs to go in the to-go pile because I don't need this deck. The Healing Light Tarot. The Archeon Tarot. The Fountain Tarot. And the Sun and Moon Tarot. And that's all of drawer 2. From drawer 3, we have the Ethereal Visions, the Whimsical Tarot, the Halloween Tarot, the Tarot of the Sevenfold Mystery, the Vanessa Tarot, my Rorig Tarot knockoff, Cat Black's Golden Tarot. This is the Llewellyn publication of the Gaian Tarot. This is the Llewellyn Tarot. This is my indie version of the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot, which I have trimmed and backed in contact paper. This is the Housewives Tarot. And this is the Anna Kay Tarot. Into drawer number 4 now. This is the Connolly Tarot. The Lover's Path Tarot. The Cosmic Tarot. The Tarot of Inspiration. It's a Russian deck. The Tarot of the Magical Forest. The original 78 Tarot. Dame Fortune's Wheel Tarot, the Shadowscapes Tarot. This is my Steampunk Tarot. This Steampunk Tarot, which I have trimmed. The Gilded Tarot, the Tarot of Trees, my plain 3rd edition LS deck, which means I have 3 copies of this deck, yes. This one I actually bought with the intention of trading or selling it, so if anybody's interested, let me know. It is unused. The Herbal Tarot, the Hanson Roberts Tarot, the Witches Tarot, and the Victorian Fairy Tarot. And that is all from drawer 4. One more drawer. And drawer number 5, we have the Yolanda Tarot, the Tarot of the Southwest Sacred Tribes, the Zillich Tarot, the Golden Universal Tarot, the Hallmark Tarot, the Dreaming Way Tarot. This is a vintage copy of the Sacred Rose Tarot. The Tarot Muha, the Paulina Tarot, the Tarot of the Cat People, the Happy Tarot, and my 90s version of the Aquarian Tarot. We're getting close to the finish line. I've just got the top shelf of this cabinet and the bottom shelf of this cabinet to go. We have the Starman Tarot, the Kawaii Tarot, the Green Witch Tarot, which I just got and plan to use in January. It was another one of those decks that Amazon had for less than $15, or about $15. The New Orleans Voodoo Tarot, the Wild Unknown Tarot, which really ought to go in the to-go pile, because I'm never going to use this deck. The Cook's Tarot, the Brady Tarot, which still hasn't found a new home. If you're interested, let me know. I have both Brian Froud decks, the Fairy Oracle and the Heart of Fairy, which, you know, these I think could go too if anybody's interested, because I doubt very seriously I'm going to use those. The Nature Spirit Tarot. This is one of my favorite tarot decks and my very favorite animal deck, I think. Robert Place's Vampire Tarot. The Everyday Witch Tarot. The Arthurian Tarot. And the Tarot of Paris. Now finally, the bottom shelf. I have the Gorgon's Tarot. The Enchanted Tarot. The Impressionist Tarot. Tarot Affirmations. This is a vintage deck that gives affirmations on each of the tarot cards. And this is another vintage deck, the Epicurean Tarot. It gives actually a recipe on each of the tarot cards. Those are really kind of cute. You wouldn't read with them, but they're fun to read. I have a set, a Visconti set with the cards and a book. This is my Tarot of Hollywood. Angel tarot cards. Yeah, I probably ought to get rid of those. Keepers of the Light. This isn't actually a complete deck. Sometimes when I send a package out, I will send a keeper with the deck that I send out, just, you know, to keep it safe, and that's the deck I use for that. the Wisdom Keepers Oracle, the Game of Thrones Tarot, and the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. Just 2 more. The Sacred Geometry cards, and the accompanying, the other one, the Sacred Geometry Oracle. So there you go. That is my deck shelf, my deck collection. That was a lot of fun to put together, and I hope you had as much fun watching it as I had making it. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and have a fabulous day.